Azerbaijan Technological University, Department of Foreign Languages, subject English. Good morning, students. I am Namazova Gülşən, teacher from the Department of Foreign Languages. Today, we'll talk about cities, Model 15, Part 1. Students book, page 128. Our theme is going places, vocabulary, things in a town, listening, a tour of Edinburgh. As you see, here we have some new words and expressions. Let's read and try to remember them. Gördüğünüz kimi burada yeni sözlər və ifadələr verilmişdi. Gəlin onları oxuyaq və yadda saxlamağa çalışaq. A palace, saray, a cathedral, baş kilsə, a sports stadium, idman stadionu, a shopping center, ticarət mərkəzi, traditional buildings, ənənəvi binalar, beautiful views, gözəl mənzərələr, a bridge, körpü, a church, kilsə, a mountain, dağ, a square, meydan, an art gallery, sənət qalereyası, modern buildings, müasir binalar, a canal, kanal, a hill, təpə, a river, çay, a mosque, məscid, a temple, məbəd, a statue, heykəl. Task 1, page 128. Look at the photos of 5 cities. Which of the things in the box can you see? 5 şəhər şəklinə baxırıq. Qrafada verilmiş sözlərdən hansılarını görürsünüz? In the first picture, we see a canal and a square. In the second picture, we see a temple. In the third picture, we see a mosque and a river. In the fourth picture, we see a mountain, a statue, and beautiful views. And the last picture, we see a palace and a river. Listen to 5 people talking about their cities. 5 insan öz şəhərləri haqqında məlumat verirlər. Which things in the box do they mention? Onlar qrafada verilmiş hansı sözləri qeyd edirlər?
Drill 15. Recording 1. 1. Fabrizio from Venice.
Of course, there's lots to see in Venice. It's one of the most famous cities in the world. First of all, there are the canals. We don't have cars in Venice, so you have to travel everywhere by canal. The most famous place in Venice is the square, St. Mark's Square with St. Mark's Cathedral. And there are lots of museums and palaces and beautiful bridges too.
2. Yumi from Kyoto.
For me, Kyoto is the most beautiful city in Japan. It's also the oldest city. It has many old traditional buildings and beautiful palaces, temples and gardens. The most famous temple is the Golden Pavilion. There are also very good markets, and also really good shops, and some beautiful modern buildings too.
3. Murat from Istanbul.
I think Istanbul is maybe the most beautiful city in the world. But of course, I come from Istanbul. The city is built on hills around the Bosphorus, and so there are beautiful views across the water. From the water you can see mosques. The most famous is called the Blue Mosque, and palaces and bridges. Istanbul also has a very famous market called the Grand Bazaar. But these days we also have many modern shopping centers and modern buildings and hotels. It's really a fantastic city.
And you should listen to the last 2 recordings yourself. Now let's check your answers. Open the page 175. Read the text of this recording. Okay, now let's read our next task. Which of these cities would you most like to visit and why? Bu şəhərlərdən hansını ziyarət etmək istərdiniz, hansına getmək istərdiniz Give short information about siz. Bu haqda qısa məlumat verin və nə üçün getmək istərdiniz? Bu haqda qısa məlumat verərdiniz. Copy this table in your notebook. Now listen and write the words in the correct column according to the stress. Verilmiş cədvəli dəftərinizə çəkin. İndi isə qulaq asırıq və sözləri vurğuya əsasən düzgün qrafaya yazırıq.
Recording 2.
River,
Mountain.
cathedral,
Museum.
palace,
Gallery.
castle,
Stadium.
canal,
Building.
market,
Temple.
garden,
Statue.
Task 3. Look at some postcards from other cities on page 145. Səhifə 145-də müxtəlif şəhərlərin poçtkartları verilib, onlara baxırıq. Choose one and describe it. Birini seçib və onu təsvir edirik. Let's describe first postcard. This is Sydney postcard. I can see some traditional buildings. Sydney Harbour Bridge, Sydney Olympic Stadium, Sydney Opera House and Bondi Beach. Task 1, page 129. Look at the photos. What do you know about Edinburgh? Edinburgh is the capital of Scotland and is in the southeast of the country. Edinburgh Şotlandiyanın paytaxtıdır və ölkənin cənub-şərqində yerləşir. It is built on a volcanic rock and has a castle and some interesting architecture. Vulkanik qaya üzərində tikilib, qalası və bir neçə maraqlı memarlıq strukturları var. It's a university city and a tourist center, famous for its castle, museum, whiskey, bagpipes, kilts, shops and pubs. Qala, muzey, viski, tuluq zurnaları, kilt Şotland əskər yubqası deməkdir, mağazaları və pivəxanaları ilə məşhur olan universitet şəhəri və turizm mərkəzidir. In the summer, the Edinburgh Festival is an internationally famous festival of theatre and music. Yaz aylarında Edinburgh Festivalı dünya şöhrətli teatr və musiqi festivalıdır. Task 2. Rosa and Marcus are two tourists in Edinburgh and they are taking a bus tour. Now listen to the guide tour and match the picture to the extracts.
And if you look up on the right-hand side of the bus, you have a very good view of Edinburgh Castle at the top of the hill. The oldest part of the building, St Margaret's Chapel, is nearly 900 years old, and the castle as a whole has been...
Now you should listen to the last 4 recordings yourself. Task 3. Listen again and complete the sentence with the correct numbers. Səs yazmasına yenidən qulaq asın və cümlələri rəqəmlərlə tamamlayın. And home task, student book, learn new words and expressions, workbook, town facilities, page 18-8, task 1 and 2. Describe your town or village. That's all for today. Thank you for attention. See you next lessons. Bye.